Hello again, everybody, and welcome back to the illegally cited mixer stream. I know it's not a weekend yet, but this is Jesse here, aka BGFH, and I am back for a non-E3 stream video again. There's a lot of, as I've said in previous videos and streams, there are a lot of different events going on in the next month or so that are kind of taking the place of E3. Some I'm going to be able to cover, some I'm not going to be able to in entirety. We may take snippets here and there and kind of do some catch-up videos, put them into other streams, you never know. Like yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and I think there's something next week, but like IGN is doing like, I don't know, 5-6 hour streams, and I don't think I can really stream that long. But they're doing like their summer of, or their month of gaming, I forget what it's called. But they're doing that. This weekend, we're going to have the PC Gaming Show and the Guerrilla Collective. I don't know how long their stuff is going to be. We may check in with that. I don't think that's going to be super terribly long, so maybe we'll do a... Hopefully there's not an overlap, and maybe we can do a combination Guerrilla Collective PC Gaming Show on Saturday. But today is all about Sony, and they are going to theoretically unveil some games of the PS5. Now, before we get to that, it is going to start in about a half hour. So I started this early because I wanted to cover a few other things. One in particular, it is Sony related, and then I just saw a trailer that I briefly want to show you and talk about that is coming to, I think, all of the current platforms. So we'll get started with that. But before we do that, after the stream today, if you want to follow me on over to the Theory of a Blind Man show, he invited me and maybe some other people. I don't know if they're going to be able to make it, but it would be awesome if they did. But he has invited me to be on a kind of a live Sony reaction show, and where we're going to talk about the presentation, maybe some Last of Us Part 2, and a few other odds and ends. So I'm going to be doing that right after this stream ends. So if you want to follow me over there, that will be cool. Okay, no more, nothing new in the chat there. Again, not sure if anyone's going to join, but we'll go for it anyway. So I do want to show this trailer because... Remember during the Microsoft thing, everyone was complaining about the lack of gameplay trailers. They would call them gameplay trailers, but yeah, not so much. There was one or two, like I covered that, what was it, Second Extinction. That looked cool. That was gameplay. But there is a first-person shooter that I've been meaning to cover on the channel for a while. It was a really neat one back in the day. It was called 13. The Roman numeral 13, and I'll talk about it after I show you this trailer. So I'm going to click on this. Here we go. Hey, there we go. So this is on IGN's Summer of Gaming thing.
Ow, my head. I can't remember a thing.
I just queued it up. I have not seen this full trailer, so it'd be cool to see this on my big monitor too. See, look at this. All first person so far. All gameplay. I know what it's going to play. I know what it's going to look like. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what you call a gameplay trailer.
You can't get away.
It's a little thing called actual gameplay footage. Who would have thought?
Bad place to be.
I wish I could read those little snippets of text that just flash. That's the one bad thing about these trailers. If they have text that describe features or something.
I've fallen into my own trap. Jones, do you read me?
Use the scope. I'll cover you. Come on!
Looks pretty good, actually.
Alpha 2 to Burger. Suspicious individuals.
Who am I?
Okay, well, there you go. 13. And it has a release date, I think, there, but... Alright, so 13 is a cel-shaded first-person shooter that came out in the original, like, Xbox, GameCube days. I got it for PC back in the day, but there was a few things that were really unique about it. It was a fun shooter. Again, the cel-shaded art style really set it apart. But the reason that it did that is because it kind of had this whole like comic book vibe to it, like first-person shooter, comic book come to life thing. You remember in the Sega Genesis Classics video that I had done a while back, I've probably mentioned it a few times over the years. There's a game called Comix Zone, C-O-M-I-X, I believe. Or was it? No. I think it was just regular comic. I don't remember. But Comix Zone on the Genesis. And it was this really cool, really difficult, but really cool 2D brawler, like side-scroller, brawler type of thing. And it had, like, you had the comic book panels, you had little text bubbles, you had... The main enemy was the main boss guy was drawing enemies into the comic book because you got sucked into the comic book. That was the premise. And I've always wanted like more of a, especially with the graphics and audio now, I've always wanted like a real comic book style, you know, like going through panels or, you know, having those little text bubbles or effects, you know, like you'll see those little like bam exclamation mark or, you know, little sound effect text boom. And 13 had some of that because you notice that you've seen those little comic book panels that were, you know, it would shift between gameplay. That wasn't just part of the trailer. I mean, it partially was, but like that's the way the cutscenes actually worked. You would see these little comic book panels, and even during gameplay, if you were doing something, but let's say there is they wanted you to notice, oh, hey, you're trying to be sneaky, and a guard is going to be coming around the corner, they may show like a little picture-in-picture thing up in the corner to say, hey, there's something going on over here. You may want to, you know, reconsider what you're doing. And then again, if you were sneaking, you would see a little tap, tap, tap. The word tap, tap, tap would be like footsteps. You would see them, you know, to kind of indicate that an enemy was patrolling like down the hall or something. If you grabbed a melee item and smacked someone over the head with it, you know, it would break, but you would see like this big old crash, you know, like the comic book text crash over it. Oh, hey, somebody joined. Oh, yeah, Comic Jumper. That's another one that I got to cover. I have really mixed feelings on that because it's a really cool game. I like the side-scrolling brawler part, but I, honest to God, had a lot of trouble with that game because the parts where you were shooting and you had the little crosshair, it was easy to lose sight of where the crosshair was and to be able to move that around, you know, because it was just basically like a light gun shooter, except you were moving the crosshairs around the screen. And I found some of those to be really kind of frustrating. So as much as I love the art style and the story, was it Captain Smiley and then you had Star? But yeah, it was kind of like that same thing. So that was kind of a modern interpretation. I just wish like the gameplay was a little bit better, especially for the shooting part, which I really didn't enjoy all that much. So yeah, 13, it is being remastered. It is coming to our modern platforms, or current platforms, so I'm looking forward to that later this year. Before we get into the Sony PS5 event, there's a little game called The Last of Us Part 2, and it is Sony related. So that's another reason I wanted to start this stream early, because I have up the blog for The Last of Us 2, and it would take too long. I would just recommend, I'll put the link in the description of the video once it gets archived for you guys to go check it out for yourself, or follow me on Twitter and you'll get a link to it. But their blog details, this is a AAA game coming out in like 8 days, next Friday. AAA game, PlayStation 4 exclusive, and they have added so many accessibility features. It's ridiculous. I've been kind of perusing through these the last few days, including a totally blind player is going to be able to play this game from start to finish, including, like, you know, main quests, side quests, stealth kills. You know, it's a third-person kind of an action, I'd say third-person action game with a really pretty grim story. I loved The Last of Us Part 1, and so even before they announced these accessibility features were coming about a week ago, I already had it pre-ordered because I wanted to see where the story continued, and I knew that Naughty Dog with the Uncharted 4 game, they added some accessibility features, not too much really for blind or low vision, but they were starting to kind of look down the accessibility route. And so, you know, even back then, a couple years ago, they had said that they were going to be adding more accessibility features to future games. And boy howdy, have they have they ever. I mean, we have a whole bunch of stuff. They break it down into different accessibility categories. There are like vision presets, hearing presets, mobility presets, and then going from there, you can go in and like you can choose a preset, but then you can go in and manually adjust over 60 accessibility features. I mean, there is literally half a dozen, if not more, tables of information just laying out and explaining every little accessibility feature and how you can customize it here. And there are a couple video clips which I want to show you guys. So this one, there is controller remapping. I just want to keep an eye on the time as well. 44, we got a few minutes yet. We should be okay. These are short. I don't believe this one has any text-to-speech, but for those who are visual, you know, they can kind of check it out. Looking at the interface visually myself, I like the dark background, light text. Everything has a pretty clean look to it. The text seems reasonably large, but that's not even going to matter all that much because they're adding full text-to-speech. And while this video is playing, okay, so that was it. They are going to, if you listen to the latest, I'll give a cheap plug for Brandon Cole here, who helped out as far as consulting with this. And he released the latest episode of their Breakdown Walls podcast. And I listened to it early this morning because I woke up a little bit early for whatever reason. And the subtleties that they put into it, that they've thought of for different things is just just crazy. So they're going to have text-to-speech. They're going to have audio cues, subtitles, larger text, all kinds of stuff. So here's one. They have a high contrast mode. And this video clip, you have... This one will have sound. And you're in some kind of an environment. They've basically simplified it. Almost looks not cel-shaded, but like everything has like really almost like a low polygon look to it. Your guy is blue, or Ellie is blue. Your enemy there is red. So let's hit play. Rated M for mature. Totally. Clickers. God, those things suck. But thankfully, So helping out somebody here. Got your ally because they're blue. Don't know who that is. Yeah, freaking clickers. Okay, sneaking up on them. Sneaking up on them. That is so cool how it stands out. I mean, you lose a lot of the great environmental detail visually, but if there's something where you're really having trouble seeing, choking them out. There we go. And there's the video clip for that. But they have... Ellie is supposed to have... The problem with Joel in the first game, he had these like knives, but every time you would use them, they would break. And so you couldn't... You had very limited supply of them, but Ellie, I guess, is just supposed to have a knife, so it'll be a lot easier as long as you stay hidden or stay quiet to sneak up and actually kill the clickers, because that's really the only surefire way to kill those bastards quietly, is you have to have a knife. You can't just sneak up behind them and choke them out. So this one is, check this out. Now this, again, low vision, is... it uses the touchpad on the PlayStation 4 controller to zoom in. You can actually almost use it like a magnifier in-game. So zoomed in, panning around, looking at the car. There's a dude walking to the left. Not a whole lot of audio here, but boom, very short video clip. They'll get cooler, trust me. So this one, okay, no, this is just a video. This is for like motion sickness, I believe. They put a little arrow cursor in the middle of the screen so you have something constantly to focus on, which can help prevent motion sickness for people. But I'm looking at that big arrow and I'm wondering if that's actually pointing you towards your objective. And if you turn that on, I wonder if that arrow, if it just stays that way or if it just sits there, or if it actually turns to point you towards your next objective, if that could be used as a low vision aid to point you, like, oh, let's say the objective was over to the right, and then it would, you know, spin to the right and tell you to go that way. I don't know. We'll have to find out when it comes out next week. That's not a movie, but here we go. This one has, I think it might show some text-to-speech, and it shows some audio cues. And I guess they're even going to have audio tutorials for these gameplay mechanics. Oh, hey. All right, cool. Got another viewer in here. Another Jesse. Cool. How's it going? So yeah, we're looking at the info for The Last of Us 2 while we are waiting for the Sony thing to start. I'm going to play a clip here. Rated M for mature. I'm going to turn my headphones up just a tish.
Square button. Scan for enemies. Circle button. Scan for items.
Text-to-speech. During gameplay. Now those noises, that weird sound to the left and the right, it tells me there's an enemy on the left and an enemy on the right. She's sneaking up to the one on the left. Yep, choke him out. Oh... That is going to ruin his life. And that sound there, it kind of reminds me of, was it Law and Order? That's your gong telling you that you successfully killed an enemy. They did a radar ping. And that, those are enemies, kind of in the audio escape. You definitely want to play this with headphones. It tells you in the audio escape where the enemies are to the left or to the right of you. So that is that clip. Then we have one, the Ellie is with another non-player character. They're talking, but as they're doing that, you're exploring, and you have, like, you find objects in the environment. It's going to ping and tell you that there are things. So let's watch this clip real quick. I want to keep moving because we got about 10 minutes before the event.
Who do you used to do this route with? Jesse? Eugene.
Oh, another Jesse. Jeez, with Jesse's galore here.
Oh, Eugene. Man, he was funny. Oh, yeah.
So listen for the audio and cues. She's pushing, her buddy's pushing something over to the right there.
Plus, he taught me about rewiring electronics and stuff.
Okay, so that apparently means duck.
Don't make it to 73.
All right, your buddy's going to climb a ladder. She's climbing the ladder. Now we're going to get to climb it after her. Listen for the ping on the right. Okay. Tells you, I don't know if that just means generally interactable or whatever, but now Ellie is climbing we're climbing in the ladder.
Sign us in. What was this place?
So there's a ping off to the right, which means, hey, there's a door you can open. That's so freaking cool. Okay, there's something else you can interact with, which happens to be an item on the desk. Okay, and there's more pings because you can open the drawers. And Ellie collected another item. Now, interestingly, text-to-speech did not come up. I don't know if that's not enabled.
Or non-infected for that.
Because you would think it would tell you what you picked up. Now here too, I don't know, maybe text-to-speech isn't enabled because she's looking at a book now. It's got all kinds of like handwritten stuff on it. So if it's not enabled, I would assume that text-to-speech is going to read or at least describe that or something.
Stop. Take a look.
All right, looking out some binoculars. And there we go. End of scene. Check the chat again. Nope, nothing, no new messages. I think we might have one or two more clips. I mean, look at all these tables. All of this is accessible information, like for The Last of Us 2. Accessibility features. This is, I forget, I think there's more text-to-speech here, but I can't remember. Let's play it and see what it is. I forget what this one is. So we're crouching. We're pinging. Oh, yeah. Okay, she walks up to a vehicle. Okay, so that's telling you that there's glass, apparently, that you can break because she bashed open the window to grab some supplies in the back. And there you go. That's that clip. And, oh, we got one more. Yeah, there's one or two. Okay, so let's see what this one is. I don't remember. Immature.
We hold the perimeter until we hear otherwise. Keep an eye out in case he comes this way.
Okay, she's sneaking. Okay, she's running away. I think the dog sniffed her out. Not quite sure what that was illustrating. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I do. I think that was... Okay. I should almost... can I play that again? See, they always put these... Yeah, let's replay. I think we pay attention to the subtitles here. Yeah. Look at how big those are. Now that is some... That is how... If they could make the menu text that big... Look at how big that is. That is glorious. Now that is, I would say, if you're going to have font size options in your game... That is the top end where you should shoot for. Like, you know, some of the where they have text sliders and you can make the text bigger. It's great, but it just doesn't seem big enough. But those, yeah, those text, that text slider there is good, really good. Because, man, did those subtitles get big. Beautiful. All right, so that is the last of that. Let's pop over to our PS event. Yes, I know it's mature content. I think we're still just waiting. There's just some PlayStation symbols. Triangle, circle, X, square. I might turn that down just a tish. There we go. So while we're waiting, the good news that I also have is in the last day, I finally decided to check out the PlayStation or PS4 Remote Play feature, which allows you to, similar to how I stream the Xbox to my PC with the Windows Xbox One app. The PlayStation Remote feature will allow me to stream my PlayStation 4 to my PC with their app that I downloaded. So I set that up, and I tried it for about 10 minutes so far. I tried a couple minutes of God of War and a couple minutes of Spider-Man, and you could tell there's a little bit of lag, but, you know, I mean, as far as the controller lag, maybe a little bit, but still seemed really playable. And even though the video quality may not be quite as, you know, it's not going to be probably pure 1080p, but the good news is it will be enough for me to maybe give you guys a brief overview of the PlayStation 4 dashboard, and its plus and minuses with its text-to-speech, because boy is it spotty. I'm glad it's there, but unfortunately in the PS4 there's a lot of places where it does not work. But more importantly, when The Last of Us 2 comes out, I don't know that I'm going to stream the full thing. If I don't know, even if it's going to get mad, you know, me streaming the PlayStation 4 to my PC and doing a mixer stream, I don't know if my internet connection will be all that happy about that. But it's something I may look into, and we got a couple chat messages. Hang on a minute. Oh yeah, it will. No, I can get a capture card, but I'm not going to bother with that during this. I'm not going to get one for this PC. If I were going to do that, I would probably get one within the next, I don't know, year or so, because I'm thinking I'm probably going to be upgrading my PC in the next year or so. You know, I'm kind of waiting maybe for the next gen NVIDIA cards. You know, because I've been hearing rumors about the 3 series or the 3000 series coming out in a couple of months, or being announced in a month or two. Otherwise, going with like a 2080, the RTX cards, because I do want that, and I don't yet know what Cyberpunk's system requirements are going to be. So yeah, no, is it going to be optimal? No, of course not. But the fact that I'll at least be able to cover something with a spotlight video and just show some of these accessibility features firsthand, you know, I'll leave that for the totally blind players out there, because I think that's the most exciting thing. I want to watch some totally blind players successfully play through The Last of Us Part 2, because that is like the groundbreaking, you know, first AAA game like that has had this much audio cues and text-to-speech. Yeah, I thought about the USB capture cards. I've actually looked into the Elgato ones. I know those are really the main popular ones. I really honestly have not figured out exactly the best way I want to do it yet. You know, because that would allow me to capture the Switch as well. Like I said, the problem is too, there's so many things. Like I have the pile of shame as far as games go. My pile of shame that I can already cover for like the PC and Xbox One, and it's so huge as it is, I'm never going to run out of content. So it's like, yeah, I want to cover all these other things, but I can barely keep up with what I've got. So yeah, in due time, I'm sure I'll figure out some sort of a streaming or a capture. Okay. Yeah, yeah, I was thinking about that one actually, the Elgato 60. Oh, are we starting? Oh, we are. here we go, guys. Let me know if the volume is good or if I should turn it back up again. Okay, and I will warn you that I may not be able to cover, like I may not be able to really describe everything because a lot of the text moves too quickly, or a lot of the, you know, there may be some subtle things I'm just not able to really see or quite read. Alright, so we got some weird things going on here, some shapes, and not quite sure what you're trying to tell me here. Are they actually going to show, are they actually going to show the box? I know they've shown the controller before. Seems like a weird Apple commercial almost, just music set to like them zooming out of a product, or oh, okay, huh, that was interesting. And then you have your those symbols, your PlayStation symbols. That, the Sony logo, the classic PlayStation 1, 1994, 2000, 2006, 2013. Oh, here we go. Bunch of snippets of gameplay. And I hope to God these, if they're going to show trailers, show some freaking gameplay. Don't show pre-rendered cutscenes all that much. Yeah, PlayStation VR, Last of Us.
You, me, together.
Kratos, Gran Turismo, Uncharted. I recognize a few of these games in here. Okay, here we go.
Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather. Or the... I don't know.
Shoot, I was looking at the chat. I didn't get to see what the logo was. Oh, Grand Theft Auto V.
I thought we was trying to
Grand
get out
Theft
of
Auto
this
5.
bullshit. You sounding more and more like a snee-eye itch every day.
My job, my sport, get your own.
That guy's a freaking nut. That guy's like a psychopath. I forget his name.
We should talk about work.
Probably some HD up-res port for the PS5 would be my guess.
We all love banks.
Get me a DJ.
Give me a hand with these bodies.
I want to play these games, but having to rely on the mini-map all the time, that I don't like. It's really hard.
Anyone?
That's why I like Saints Row.
Just sort of smash things.
In-world navigation. Big old flowy arrows. Ah!
So now what?
Damn. Grand Theft Auto V expanded and... Okay, so yeah, something... 2021. Okay, yeah, I thought that it might have been a Rockstar logo. Okay, there's... PS5. Owners will get... Okay, GTA V, PS... $1 million. Okay, so you're getting some GTA bonuses. I didn't quite get all of that, but again, just not being able to read that so quickly. That's the joy of being visually impaired. Boy, I can't imagine the amount of money they're making on Grand Theft Auto 5. That thing's been out for what, like 5 years now, and it's made like a gazillion of dollars.
It was great to kick today off with a look back at just some of the seminal moments of the last 25 years. And what better way to bridge our past and our future than with a game that's graced every PlayStation console, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah?
It's been a privilege partnering with Rockstar Games for many years now. and we're thrilled to open today with the news that that partnership will continue with PlayStation 5. It's now just over a year since we began sharing technical details of PlayStation 5, but today's the day that we've been looking forward to for years, when we get to show you just some of the games that demonstrate our belief that PlayStation 5 marks the biggest generational transition our industry has yet seen. The content we've curated for today's event showcases how PS5 has inspired developers to create new experiences that are transformative in how they look, sound, and feel. Enough from me.
Oh,
we're going to have the games do our talking.
If you're not watching this with headphones, watch it with headphones. I've heard some rumors that they're going to have some sort of... They made a comment about blind gamers and some using their audio technology. So we may hear some really cool, like, I don't know, 3D audio or something.
A hero's just someone who doesn't give up.
Oh.
Your dad said that. He was right. Now it's your turn. Go be a hero, Miles.
Oh.
Okay. Let's do this.
Okay, this... Oh, hell. Okay, we're going to play Miles this time in Spider-Man. That's what I thought it was. Was it Miles Morales? Damn. It's just swinging. There's explosions. And it's not... It doesn't have the animated look of Spider-Verse. It's more... Okay, Spider-Man, yep. Oh, okay, it is going to be 2020.
今日は皆さんに僕らが作っている新しいグランツーリスモの情報をシェアできるということですごく興奮しています。今回のグランツーリスモはおそらくこれまでのねグランツーリスモの
I was looking earlier to see if they would have an audio describe stream like Microsoft has the last E3, but I didn't see one. So if I missed it, I do apologize. I have no idea what he just said. Okay, PlayStation Studios. Okay, Polyphony. This is Gran Turismo, right? They make Get Ready. Yeah, Polyphony, I believe, is the Gran Turismo Studios. Oh, yeah, yep. You knew they had to make one of these. I never really got into the Gran Turismo stuff. I did just... Something... I've never been into the realistic racing stuff. Forza is about the closest I've gotten to that. So it's a little bit of, yeah, okay, first-person camera angles. I mean, it's a lot of, like, action camera views. I mean, the game looks freaking beautiful. It looks really good. Okay, Gran Turismo 7. Alright, fair enough. Not sure what this is. Oh, okay, more Gran Turismo, okay. Oh, so is this like an open world now? Are they going the Forza Horizon route? Okay, here we go, gameplay. Oh, that guy just cut you off, man. In-cockpit view. God, it's cool, but, like, you lose so much of the viewing area. Like, half of your screen is taken up by the car. It's like, hey, you can look at all this, but... the actual view in this vehicle, the windshield is so small. Which is why I like the hood cam. I'm trying to see if there are any like visual cues, like the driving line that Forza has. I don't really see that. I don't know if Gran Turismo 6 had that or not. Anything like that. Okay, so we passed that guy. All right, yeah. Good. Showing gameplay. I approve. I approve. All right, PlayStation Studios. Yeah, that's where Sony really kills it. They've got the... Oh, what? Okay, what is that? What spider thing? They have their first-party single-player games that Microsoft just hasn't for many years.
You all right back there? No way.
Oh wait, what is? Oh, is this?
It appears that the dimensions are collapsing on one another. If we cannot get to
Ratchet and Clank.
Get to right, the ship. I mean, we can't be that far.
I have it in my sight.
They have found us, Ratchet.
Yep. I've never gotten to play all the way through these. I have the collection for PS3, and I've just never got around to it.
Slow down, please. That's not listening.
Actual gameplay. Gliding on some rails. Grinding. Wow.
How bad is it?
Sliding. I don't know, they're going through like weird portals and stuff. I'm not quite sure what the heck is going on. Oh, flying on a dragon now. Okay, I have no clue in context what the hell's going on. It's like a Panzer Dragoon thing going on here. Wow. That looks pretty damn good.
Ratchet, we are too late.
Okay.
Ratchet?
Huh, Clank looks pretty shiny. Amnesia! Yay! Ratchet and Clank! I missed the bottom word there. I don't know if it said when it's coming out.
Hi, I'm Marcus Smith, Creative Director at Insomniac Games. The entire studio is so excited to be able to share with you a first ever look at Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart.
Rift Apart.
Brand new, full-length, interdimensional adventure built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5.
Okay.
We're doing things we've never been able to do before, like use dimensional rifts to be able to leap from planet to planet nearly instantly, or
I saw
put
that.
ray trace reflections on Clank. All of our alien worlds are filled with density and life previously unseen. Plus, Ratchet's all-new arsenal is more exciting than ever thanks to the DualSense controller's enhanced feedback. Ratchet and Clank are near and dear to our hearts at Insomniac, and we can't wait to share more with you in the future. But for now, here's another look.
Okay.
Did you see that?
Wow. That does look pretty damn good. Almost, like I said, as a low vision user, almost too good, because when he aims, it's almost like hard to see where the reticle is. You kind of just have to point at the middle of the screen and hope.
Sand sharks from above.
Melee combo.
Nice sand shark! Nice sand shark! My heroes!
Was that a kraken? Or at least a very large octopus.
Yeah, I can tell there's a lot of ray tracing going on here. Through a portal. Falling to what the hell?
I will never get used to that. Hey, break reality.
Don't let him get to the boss!
Did Dr. Nefarious really resurface after all these years?
A lot of shooting and combat. Weapon wheel there.
Yeah. I kind of wish he was doing a worse job. He must have more planned than planned. That's what I'm afraid of.
And if this actually runs at a decent... I'm curious what the frame rates are going to be for these types of games. You know, they're bragging about how powerful these systems are going to be, but great graphics are great graphics, but I'd rather have a steady 30 or especially steady 60 frames a second, so it's not choppy. Looks pretty smooth though. It's almost hard to kind of see that reticle. I don't know if there's an auto lock on. That would be helpful. This looks a lot of fun. Okay, Rift Apart. Huh. Color me intrigued. I think I might like to play that. Alright, back to our PlayStation button logo thingies again. I think. Alright, now what do we get? Square Enix. Okay, is this going to be Menu Fantasy VII Part 2? Final Fantasy VII Part 2? Sorry, I couldn't help it. I always gave my friend crap about that. I called it Menu Fantasy. She will rise. What is going on? What is going on here? Project Athea? This is not Final Fantasy. Okay, so an early glimpse. There's like a 2 seconds of what could have been like potential third-person something or other, a third-person gameplay. I don't know. Seems too early to tell, but might be interesting. I don't know if it's more action-y or RPG or... Okay, what do we got here? B12... Again, like I said, I'm probably going to miss a few things. I'll do my best, but... Kind of in some sort of a... like an alley or something. Some graffiti. I have no idea what this is. It's like weird, like everything's robots. I thought I saw like a robot dog, and there's like this robot with like a robot dude with a square head. I don't know what this is. Kitty. What? That's really stylized. That's really weird to read. 2021 anyway, so we gotta wait a while for that. Okay. Not really any gameplay there, but... PS5. 4K something or other. Oh, okay, we're talking specs now. Almost like the Spider-Man thing going through webs, except it's like, okay, we got there's our controller. I think they might actually show us this. Okay, there's, yep. I don't know if I like that. I wish it were all black. I don't really like the white and then the sharp white to black contrast. I like the gray, the black. Okay. Headphone jack, I think. Yay. I think all consoles need to have that going forward, because I love that on the current Xbox One, PS4. You actually going to show the system?
Making games used to be about these constant trade-offs between the artistic vision and technical limitations. With PS5, we're not going to be burdened like that. We're going to be able to realize our artistic vision a lot better. It's got a ton of horsepower, which is very easy to unlock, and it's a machine that's really easy to develop on. The PS5 will present
got another viewer. Thanks for joining.
What players will come to expect from gaming. Will let us tell stories, make worlds, create gameplay that I think will truly captivate the player and really surprise quite a few people. Please take a look at this new franchise for Worldwide Studios, coming exclusively for PlayStation 5.
From what studios? I'll have to see what this is. 'Tis an exclusive, though. Yeah, that's one thing. I mean, I know Microsoft has bought a lot of studios in the last few years. I'm very curious to see what kind of results that happens. Sony's got a lot. Especially big single-player stuff.
The crash. The attack.
Spacesuits.
My death. The crash. The attack. My death. Trapped in this endless cycle. Even death is no escape.
Okay.
Each time I awake, this planet seems somehow different. As if changing.
Huh.
This world is becoming part of me.
I wonder if this is like a survival game or a shooter? Third-person shooter?
The longer I spend here, the more I can feel my sanity slip away. But I cannot lose hope.
Okay, yeah, there's some third person. Okay, we got things shooting flames at us.
Is to keep fighting. To keep looking for answers.
Not a lot of gameplay so far.
Is to break the cycle.
There's a snippet.
Before the cycle breaks me.
Definitely a third-person shooter. Returnal? Returnal, okay. Huh. That could be interesting. The plot seems rather unique. Trapped in some kind of weird life-death cycle thing, repeating events, kind of like weird sci-fi Groundhog Day, I don't know. Another PlayStation Studios. Okay, what is this? What? Oh, Sackboy. Okay. Okay, so it was Sackboy something. They had the title there. I didn't. They flash things by so fast. Oh, this one. Oh, this they took it into 3D. Little Big Planet basically in 3D platforming now. Oh wow. Just imagining all the stuff they did with the old versions, if they can actually do 3D now, I can only imagine the crazy stuff that people are going to be able to make. Unless this is just a... Maybe this is just a Sackboy adventure. It's not a true Little Big Planet. Might be looking that way, actually. Looks good, though. Yeah, 3D platformer. Yeah, it's kind of weird. They're coming back. 3D platformers are kind of coming back again. Especially with all these like remasters, you have like the Spyro and the Crash Bandicoot and Mario Odyssey and Okay, yeah. Sackboy, A Big Adventure. So yeah, this is not a creative thing. This is just... Yes, being chased by those weird mutant things. Okay. Sounds good. I'm not sure. Welcome to... I was looking at the chat when the title came up. Some kind of... Looks like some kind of team-based... team-based... Oh, what is that? Oh, okay, we got... What is this? Driving cars... Like I don't know, it's like running dudes over, or... Shooting, and... Looks really arcadey. Crashing into each other. I'm not quite sure what this game is, but I'm intrigued. I guess some sort of multiplayer thing, team-based. I mean, it seems like there's little snippets of gameplay. I mean, Destruction All-Stars. Huh. Oh, what are they taking, like a Destruction Derby style to that, oh, you know how that was at PlayStation All-Stars where they had like the Smash Brothers wannabe thing, but now they're taking it to like a car combat?
Everyone. My name is Josh Greer, and this is my brother Mike. We're from Ember Lab, a small team with a background in film and animation.
And we're very excited today to share with you the first look at our new game. It's a story full of adventure and charm that has themes in personal growth and redemption. So please enjoy.
Okay. Personal growth and redemption. Cartoony. Ember Labs.
You sense the power that flows through this land. Yet, you do not fully understand it. Driven by the belief that you can help these troubled spirits. You cannot hide your weakness from me. You have no power here, Kena.
Okay, alright, there we go. Little gameplay. A little snippet of it anyway. I don't know what those little monster things are. I'm not quite sure. It's third person though. You saw her jumping and grabbing onto a ledge. Alright, there we go. There's a little shot of walking. Okay, some melee combat. Some range shooting with a bow. Energy bow of some sort. Oh, this almost reminds me. Almost reminds me of like something like Horizon Zero Dawn, but. And Kena? Ridge. Okay, well, that font is really kind of strange. Yeah, see, even when the text is big, sometimes they put it in such a weird font that it's like, wait, what did that say? Okay, that could be good. That looks promising. Some kind of third person action adventure. Not super
You ever feel like you're just
hyper-violent.
waiting for a sign? To do that thing you've always meant to do.
Animated.
Sometimes I feel like I'm just standing on the edge of doing great things.
She sounds like Max from Life is Strange.
But something's holding me back. Maybe it's just nerves. Maybe it's the fear that I'll never be as good as what I imagine. When I'm still just standing on the edge.
Some kind of weird anime thing with...
But if we've got nothing else to lose, might as well jump.
No idea. KOOP Co-op presents Goodbye. Oh, something high. 2021. Alright, well, no real gameplay there, but I don't know if it's like an RPG or adventure game. I'm not entirely sure. Look kind of weird, but I don't know. Maybe.
Hi, I'm Lorne Lanning, and I'm here to share with you a game that I've been dying to make. It's an emotionally engaging story where rescuing is rewarding, failure is devastatingly hilarious, and the memories should last you a lifetime. Take a look.
I'm kind of noticing a trend. Like, there's some shooter stuff, like in the Ratchet and Clank, but there's a lot more brightness and a lot more color. And
You're no longer a slave, Abe.
oh, another Oddworld game.
They believed, trusted, followed, and it led them here.
Okay.
You may have escaped the murderous blades, but the fate of your entire people is up to you.
I never really got into these games. I played Stranger's Wrath a bit. That was pretty sweet. But like Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exodus, I never really played much of those. Or Munch's Odyssey. I played the demo of that when the Xbox came out, but Stranger's Wrath was the main one that I put any time into. Yeah, we're just seeing a lot more like colorful and, you know, not just shoot end of the world stuff. It's, I think people are just getting a little burnt out with the 2020 apocalypse going on here. Soulstorm. Okay, Oddworld Soulstorm. That's an interesting title. Huh. Alright, fair enough.
PlayStation 5によって我々の考える東京のビジュアルを
Can't read those subtitles again.
今までに見たことのない東京の魅力を見て、聞いて、感じることができます。これからお見せするのは
use this opportunity to grab a drink of water here.
世界初のゲームプレイ動画です。スーパーナチュラルでミステリアスな東京、そこに潜む驚異と美しさを感じ取っていただけると思います。ぜひお楽しみください。
Perfect timing. All right, what do we got? Tokyo something. Oh wait, did I just see Tokyo? What did I see? Tokyo Jungle?
You
something?
see things others can't.
I remember that was one that I on the PS3 that Tokyo was something I missed it.
Hear threats others don't.
I don't think so. But that was a weird game, man.
Fight when others won't. It's up to
Third
you
person again?
to save Tokyo.
Looks first person? Okay. So there's not very much gameplay. There's just like little tiny snippets of like, I don't know, casting spells or something. It's like throwing fire spells and energy and looks really intriguing though. I'm curious to see what in the heck this is actually supposed to be. Ghost wire. Huh. Okay. I would like to learn more about that. Man, PS5 seems to be the place for, I'm guessing these are single-player games, but if you're looking for single-player content, I mean, I remember, what, a year or two ago, everyone was, you know, everyone in the industry was like, oh, single-player games are dead. It's all about games as a service. Screw that. Screw that, man. I want a good single-player game. What is this supposed to be? Just a lot of shots and like space stuff or something here. I'm not sure what we're supposed to be looking at here, what's going on. No real dialogue or anything. I'm trying to figure out what kind of game this is supposed to be. Sure. They had the title, but it was so weird and stylized. I'm not quite sure what that said because it kind of faded in, but it was super, you know, it wasn't actually a font. It was just kind of weird, stylized. I don't know what the hell that was. Gearbox. Okay, this is definitely not Borderlands. Got some third-person melee stuff going on here. This is gameplay of some sort. Ugh. Looks neat. Lots of cutting and slicing and melee, and I wonder if this is, I wonder if they're going through like different heroes here. There's going to be like some kind of what was that game that I played a couple months ago? I played that beta. It was like that melee focus thing. Riley was still up here. I just went stupid. Can't remember the name of it, but I wonder if this is their kind of interpretation of like their hero-based third-person. Oh, is that Godfall? Okay. I've heard of this, I just didn't know what it was. Okay. Okay, that's interesting. I'd like to learn more. I saw the title of it there, but I didn't get to read it because it was so stylized. I recognized it though. So it's from the makers of that. It was like this overhead 2D Zelda-ish game that was kind of hard. I do want to cover it on the channel at some point, but I haven't got the chance. I think I own the Steam version. Again, really kind of like a cel-shaded art style. This one's definitely 3D. It's not your overhead. Okay. Oh, they're having a lot of these third-person kind of action-y, adventure-y, platformy things. Kind of almost reminds me of going back to like the PS2 days. Wow. Solar, shoot, it was on just for like a second. 2021. Was it Solar Ash or Solar something? It just went by so fast. That could be, and I'm guessing that'll come out to a lot of platforms, not just Sony, if I had to guess. Because there are other games. I can't remember the name of that stupid game. Because the title went by so fast.
It was always going to end like this. All your hard work, all your sacrifice, only sped up the process.
Dude walking through some trees, Alan Wake style. His flashlight. This reminds me of like a weird Alan Wake.
And now, you find yourself alone.
No idea what this is so far.
Only death awaits.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a new video card. Oh, Hitman 3. I really gotta get into... I've been meaning to check out these Hitman games. Everybody loves them.
Hakanabrak here from Ion Tractor.
I'm bad at stealth.
In Hitman 3, Agent 47 is back for his most intimate and professional contract in his entire career. This is also the dramatic conclusion for the World of Assassination trilogy. I'm so proud to be here to present a little glimpse of the gameplay where Agent 47 is on top of the world in Dubai.
Because what really excites me about these games and why I want to still look at them, because they have so many creative ways to take out your enemies and just mess with people. It's like this weird just... Everything's on the brink of chaos at any time, and it's just nuts. Because I've watched other people play it, and it's an entertaining game to watch. I just don't think I would be good at it. But the Hitman games are really fun to watch, especially people who play it well. Well, I wouldn't call that gameplay, but they'll probably get it now. What? That was just another weird snippet trailer thing. Okay. Okay, sure. PlayStation logo. Okay, okay, well, I guess that's... I wonder if they're gonna... Oh, what the hell is this? Like a 3D platformy, like almost like they were going down a Sonic, like, oh, what do they call it? Wow, yeah, platformers are coming back, man. But they were going down this slide like in Sonic Adventure. Oh, weird. Playroom. Oh, okay. Huh. Alright. They're still teasing us with the console, or all these weird, you know, just the symbols, square, circle, triangle, and X. But I mean, the console's going to be a console. Like, I mean, I'm not worried about that. I'm more interested in seeing what the actual games are to make me even want to own one. Alright. I like this cello music. I think it's cello. Nah. I don't know what the heck this is. Kind of cartoony, but like fighting dudes. There's stuff running around. Okay, third person again. Lighting away through with his torch. Climbing up stuff. The other thing that I notice is that, okay, we have all this graphical horsepower. The industry seems to have gotten past everything has to look photorealistic, you know, where we're looking for absolute realism. No. Use your graphical horsepower for an artistic view, because who wants to look like the real world now? The real world sucks. Yeah, third person kind of melee combat. Really cartoony, a weird demon-looking guy with fangs, super big fangs. I don't know what the hell this is. This is something. Oh, do you have what? I don't know what that title is because it was all weird stylized font. It was short, but it was weird looking. So I'm not sure. Alright, a whole bunch of PlayStation symbols.
What's up, everyone? I'm Zion Williamson of the New Orleans Pelicans. Here we go. The first ever teaser for NBA 2K21. Y'all are not ready for this.
I'm not really into sports games other than like maybe NFL Blitz, NBA Jam, that kind of a thing, but I had, when I got my Dreamcast, it came with the NFL and NBA 2K. That's about the only other basketball game I tried to play. Not really much for basketball. Look at the chat here. Oh, okay. Yep, zoom in on that face. Show all the sweat. They're kind of just showing like pre-rendered, like, oh, this is what it could look like, but I'd like to show some actual on the court what the fidelity's like, just out of curiosity. Fall 2020. Yeah, okay. Well, that wasn't all that. Didn't really show any gameplay, just like renders. It's like they keep zooming out, like they showed like really, really close zoom in of the symbols, and each time they show them, they zoom further out. Almost like that Mario 128 demo where they kept like zooming out. Or no, it was that not Mario 128. It was I don't know what the hell that thing is. It's a weird looking. What is that?
Amazing, aren't they? Half bug, half snack.
Half bug, half what?
A very recently discovered species, entirely unique to this island. Oh, this one's lively. Beautiful seed patterns. Oh, and it's tasty too. Welcome to the island of bug snacks.
Bug snacks? Okay. This song reminds me of the Plants vs. Zombies song. The Plants vs. Zombies song with the sunflower. If you haven't, look that up after this, because man, that was a really weird but catchy song. Bug snacks. Okay.
My invitation is open. Come join me on the island of Bug Snacks.
Liz, I was trying to carry a lamp with my weenie hands, but I dropped it, and now the town's on fire.
Oh, again?
Again. Is that like a Viva Pinata kind of thing? I don't... Or a Pikmin? That... Holiday 2020? Huh. I mean, I'm not sure what it is. I mean, I like the the whole, you know, cartoon look. There's quite a few of those in this. I mean, yeah, there's been some dark titles, but there's been quite a few, like bright and, you know, kind of cutesy platformers. Oh, here we go. I think they're teasing us with the system now, because it looks like we're doing some close-ups. Again, get your Apple commercial.
Hi everyone, thank you for being with us today for this very special event. But before we get to the end of the show, I have something very near and dear to me.
Okay. Which is PlayStation Studios. What is it? Yeah, these are the kind of shows that I miss, you know, like from E3, the press conferences, is just watching barrages of trailers and gameplay footage. Like, this is pretty exciting. And it sucks we have to wait for July for Microsoft's big first-party unveil. Gotta wait about a month for that yet. What is this? Creatures flying around, walking around. Not sure. I should know what this is. I feel like I should know what this is. Ooh, that looks pretty fearsome. Oh, Demon Souls. Oh, demon. Okay.
Deathloop is a next-gen first-person shooter about rival assassins locked in a time loop.
This is our unique vision, what Arcane is all about.
Freeform immersive gameplay, a surreal player-driven story smashed together.
Want to see some stylish action? Check this out.
I didn't quite understand. I didn't quite get what he said the name of the game was called. It almost sounded like Destiny, but I didn't quite get what it was called. But it's first person.
Hello, Black Reef. Colt, my predecessor, has been pronounced guilty of treason. He is to be shot on sight henceforth in perpetuity. Your assistance is appreciated and mandatory. The real party doesn't start until he's dead.
She is not making this easy.
Oh, this is... I wasn't sure if that was just camera or if this is actually gameplay, and it's gameplay. Oh, what the hell? Oh, wow, okay, like a weird teleporty beam. Okay, almost like Dishonored. Okay, oh. I like where this is going. Telekinesis or something. Oh. This looks kind of badass. Kind of got that grindhouse style.
Good morning, Black Reef. Another day, another death. Art time loops fun.
Now this...
For everyone else on this island, this place is paradise. A never-ending party where hunting me is the main attraction. And no matter how I try to escape, they always cut me down. But I'm one stubborn motherfucker.
I wonder if this is like a roguelike sort of a thing. Or roguelite, but... Or it's like... part Running Man or something. This looks cool as hell, though.
I'm learning a little more, piecing together the puzzle. There's 8 targets, and they all gotta die before midnight.
Huh.
There's just one little snag.
Which is?
You thought it was going to be easy?
Nah.
Juliana Blake, Black Reef's protector, and a real pain in my ass. She may kill me 1,000,000 times, but eventually, inevitably, I will break this fucking loop.
There's a few games that are... Oh, god dang it, it was on for like a second and a half. I didn't get to see what the damn title was again. This looks rad, though. Is this a PlayStation 5 exclusive? I would love to see... I don't remember if this said Sony Studios before it. I would love to play this on a PC. This looks really cool. Deathloop.
I don't like watching you die. I like killing you. There's a difference.
This looks sweet. I like that. That looks really cool. That I want to play. All right, what do we got?
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father. It was hard work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence. The bushes empty.
But you're talking really quiet.
Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free of Mother's grasp and vanished.
Talk louder.
Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine, under branch, and into the forest.
It's a bunch of like trees and stuff, or it was.
It's just a local tale.
You're really into that stuff.
Quit being so paranoid.
Oh, okay. It looks like a first-person horror.
Friendly. Who are you? Who sent you? What's going on?
Dude, it's like black and white. It's like some Sin City stuff going on here. Holy crap. This looks pretty... Wow. That looks pretty crazy. Because there's so much fidelity, even for being like, yeah, this is like black and white for the most part. Or it's really, really muted colors. There's a little bit of muted color, but like I said, it kind of gives me a Sin City vibe, like from the movie. Looks like some kind of first-person-y horror. I mean, there's not a lot of... Not really any gameplay shown here, but there's that little clip back there. Yeah, there's some color, but it's really muted. Village. Resident Evil.
Sorry, Ethan.
Okay. We're going for like the Resident Evil 7 first-person style thing. Oh, coming 2021. Okay, well, we know that's going to come to other platforms too. Interesting, yeah. Okay, because I thought they were going to call it Resident Evil 8, but no, The Village. Okay. Sure. When his hand was opening the door, it almost reminded me of the beginning of RE7. Alright, what's this? Dude in a big old spacesuit thing. Doing some kind of a scan. Yeah, there is definitely an extra layer of like just environmental detail, and I mean there are noticeable differences between, I think, this gen and next gen. Like there's just this extra layer. It's hard to put a finger on it. Like it's hard to describe, but I don't... What the hell is this? Okay, yeah, you will be you're flying in the air now. What in the heck is going on here? What is this? I don't even know how to describe what's going on. Didn't quite get to read that.
What is that?
Paranormal or something? I'm not quite sure what it... I didn't get to read it quickly enough.
Our freedom.
Okay, coming in 2022. Okay, well that one's a ways off. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Kind of weird, all these little artsy montages between these trailers and stuff. Okay, here's a Sony Studios one. PlayStation Studios one. I bet you there's got to be a God of War. I hope they don't call it God of War 2, because then we're just going to repeat, like, how you gonna... If you're wanting to look it up online, let's say, you have the God of War 1, 2, 3 trilogy, and then they just rebooted and called it God of War. I hope they give it a subtitle.
Perished 1,000 years ago. Their great cities turned to graves. In their place came new life. And new dangers.
Oh, is this like a Horizon sequel?
I must find a way to stop it. Or it will get worse and worse.
God, it's amazing that we've come, I mean, from the early days of video games
Until it destroys us all.
to, I mean, just looking how the fidelity of these things is just nuts. Audio and visual, just, it's crazy.
There's nothing I wouldn't do to save this world. No depth I won't explore.
Yeah, Horizon did come with my PS4. I haven't gotten around to playing it yet, the first game. Again, there's just such this backlog that I just...
No secret I won't unlock.
I'm not ready for a new system. I got way too much shit I gotta play as it is. I don't know when I'm gonna... I need to like stop time for like 6 months. And even then I wouldn't catch up.
This mission is mine alone. If I falter, if I fail, there won't be anyone left to stop what's coming.
Got a fair few lead female characters in here too, in this presentation, which is cool. I think I've seen a few of those lately. Jeez, man. It looks pretty damn good. Yep, Horizon Forbidden West. Alright. Sure.
But whatever comes.
Oh god, that's that is a big monstrosity thing, whatever the hell that is. Yeah. Is that a launch game or? Probably not.
On behalf of the entire team at Guerrilla, we're happy to share the first look at Horizon Forbidden West.
We're continuing Elga's story as she moves west to a far future America.
It's a brave and beautiful,
I gotta play that first game.
Masked with mysterious new threats.
Get ready to explore distant lands ravaged by massive storms.
And take on new, powerful machines as you return
to the majestic world of Horizon.
Stay tuned for much more. We can't wait for you to get your hands on it.
Yeah, no real gameplay, but I mean, we know what kind of game Horizon is, so it's, you know, at least we kind of know.
I think there's a lot to look forward to for the community. I think fans are going to be really pleased.
As a game designer and storyteller, this is incredibly exciting. We're talking a whole new generation of ideas and experiences that we can create for the player.
No matter where they are, no matter who they are.
New experiences like we've never had before.
More iconic, interesting characters, more atmospheric, immersive worlds for players to explore.
We want to wow players.
Expect the unexpected. And I, for one, can't wait.
We can't wait.
We can't wait to share them with you.
Showing a whole bunch of montages of
it's really about love.
Game developer shots.
Amazing feeling to have.
Welcome to PlayStation 5.
Are we gonna get like a one more thing? Like a final, like, oh man? Or is this it? I mean, if this is it, it was still a pretty solid showing, I think. Oh. Okay, what are we doing? God, they're milking this, aren't they? They're milking this thing. It's like this weird amorphous shape thing that's seems to be like, yeah, that looks like they're probably gonna. I think they're trying to like tease the console, I think is what they're attempting here. It's weird as hell. Okay, and then it just opens, it's like this weird, opens up to this black void. Okay, that is the system. Oh, weird. It's really narrow. They got it vertical next to the controller, and they're doing different angles. So there's the drive. My guess is you can do, and it's like it's got fins on it or something. Like, it's definitely not like squarish. I mean, there's definitely this weird. Yeah. Okay. it's really angular. That's really the best way that I could think of to describe it. It's angular. It's on a little stand. And it does have that black and white, like the white outside's black inside, and you got some like blue glowy. It's got some vents. It's like looks like a couple ports there. Okay, why are there two? PS5 and PS5. Oh, shoot. So there's, in my understanding, there's two different models. Oh, see, I wish I could read this text going by so fast. They're probably telling, okay, there's some headphones. Looks like a remote or something. Okay, so we got headphones, a controller, the console.
We hope you've enjoyed the first glimpse of our future today.
Huh.
You've seen our most striking console design yet, and you've seen games that can only be enjoyed with the full range of PlayStation 5's features and power.
So...
At PlayStation, we believe in generational transitions, and we put years of work into making them happen. We want you to enjoy the unique benefits of moving from one generation to the next. Thank you for joining us. We're launching later this year, and we have tons more to share. Welcome to PlayStation 5.
Okay. That was actually a really solid showing. A lot of games, a fair bit of at least gameplay footage. I mean, there was a lot of them where there was just little snippets here and there, but at least we kind of got an idea of like what the games were. It seems like there was a lot of single-player stuff. Okay, montage, just another montage of all the things that we've seen. But, yep, there's Horizon again.
I will be ready.
Yeah. I want to know why there's... Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. Because, again, the text just went by way too fast. I want to know why they showed two consoles. So they have like a higher end and an entry-level SKU? A lot of montages. Really didn't say anything about PlayStation VR. I'm sure that'll be maybe like next year once the console's out and kind of established a little bit if they do an updated PlayStation VR headset or something. I don't know what their plans are. Supposedly, I think the PS4 one is supposed to work with the new one, but don't quote me on that. Yeah. Seems like a pretty decent lineup. They looked like there was some multiplayer stuff, but quite a bit of single player, you know, your AAA story-based stuff. PS5. Yeah, they are showing both. Play has no limits. Well, there you go. There you go, guys. That is the PS5 event. We are officially done. I'm tempted to go to something like The Verge or something because I want to know why. I want to know why they showed... Okay. Oh, stop it. Okay. This is the PlayStation 5. So I'm going to turn on NVDA. Because before we wrap up, I'll give my final thoughts here.
Sony is finally revealing what the PlayStation 5 looks like.
So let me...
PlayStation 5. Clickable link. Main landmarks. Link share this. Out of list Sony. Announcements. Sony is
Let's just read this here. I know the speech is fast. I apologize if this is too fast for you, but I'll kind of summarize it once I figure out. Because I want to know what both of these things are supposed to be.
Sony is finally revealing what the PlayStation 5 looks like. After nearly an hour of PS5 game announcements, Sony revealed the hardware design after teasing it for the duration of its PS5 Live event today. The PS5 console includes a white and black design to match the new controller that will be included in the box. Sony's PS5 hardware design reveal comes months after Microsoft revealed the PC-like look of its next-gen console, the Xbox Series X, all the way linked back in December 2019. Sony, like Microsoft, has been slowly providing more information about its next-gen PS5 in recent months. The console will arrive in the holiday season and is powered by an 8-core AMD Zen 2 CPU and a custom AMD RDNA 2-based GPU. Sony announced the PS5 specs in March, and the custom AMD chips will provide 10.28 teraflops of power using variable frequencies on both the CPU and GPU. Sony is also using a proprietary SSD solution to boost load times for games.
Maybe it is only one model.
The SSD will provide 825 GB of storage and 5.5 GB/s of performance. Sony is requiring that all games be installed to the internal SSD to make use of the read speeds. Epic Games recently provided a stunning Unreal 5 Tech Link demonstration running on the PS5, showing off the loading of cinematic 8K assets and dynamic lighting effects. The PS5 will also support 8K graphics, 4K graphics at a 120
they're talking
Hz
like
refresh
it's one
rate, and 3D
system,
audio.
so...
Image, Sony out of figure. Sony also announced the PS5's DualSense controller on April 7th.
Yeah, I know
the controller
that, the
features adaptive
DualSense.
triggers, haptic feedback, and a new create button that's designed to share gameplay content. Like the company's DualShock controllers, the D-pad and buttons will remain on the top half of the controller while its two analog sticks will be on the bottom. The DualSense will also have a center-mounted
Maybe
touchpad
there's
and a
only
redesigned light bar
one
that sits on each
thing,
side
but
of the
like I
touchpad.
said, it just kind of...
The PS5 will also support and link overwhelming majority of the more than 4,000 PlayStation 4
I'll
titles
just let
that
it
exist
finish
today.
this article
We're
here.
expecting backward-compatible titles will run at a boosted frequency on PS5 so that they can benefit from higher or more stable frame rates and potentially higher resolutions, Sony said in March. And Ubisoft has already said that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is headed to the PlayStation 5 this holiday season. Developing. Complementary landmark related. Heading level 4 Sony reveals.
Okay, well that's it then. I guess, I don't know, maybe they just confused me there. Maybe they were just trying to show the both sides of it, and that's why they showed the deal there. But, well, there you go, guys. The PS5. We had a good lineup of games. The system itself, I mean, it looks promising. The games look, you know, I think there's a lot to look forward to. I mean, graphically they look good. They seem to sound really good. I'm very curious to see with, you know, I mean, these games obviously have been in development for a while now. So unless they've been really thinking about it ahead of time, which I have my doubts, but I would love to be wrong. But, you know, with The Last of Us 2 coming in a week, I'm hoping that some of these games will at least include some text-to-speech and other accessibility features. And I really, really hope the PS5 improves in this and their core dashboard experience, because boy howdy. I'm glad that they have it in the PS4, but boy is it inconsistent. You basically get surface-level menus, maybe a layer deep or so, but once you get past that, I mean, you can't even go through the settings area of the console. You go to the store, that doesn't speak. I mean, there's a lot of points where it does not talk. So I hope to God that is improved, especially if more developers do catch on and follow Naughty Dog's and Microsoft's lead with all their text-to-speech in a lot of their games. So accessibility-wise, I mean, I didn't expect them to say anything necessarily about accessibility, but, you know, those questions are in the back of my mind, or close to the front of my mind, actually. But there you go. The only other thing is, like, okay, you got all these big, you know, epic-looking games, and they say they're coming with, like, a not quite a terabyte hard drive or SSD. No price, but, like, these games have got to be huge. A terabyte just seems too small, especially if you're doing 4K or 8K assets. I mean, I'm betting these games are going to be like 100 gig a piece. And then you get the operating system, you're probably only going to be able to put like 5 big games on this sucker, you know, give or take. But that's the thing, is like, and especially if they are required to be, the article said they're required to be on the SSD. So I don't know, man. I'm glad that it's going to be SSD because it's going to be just super fast. And I know SSDs are, you know, they're coming down in price, but with the tech they're trying to shoot for, I'm sure that storage is probably still pretty expensive. But I don't know. That just, for whatever reason, that just seems small to me. But I think we are going to wrap it up because did a little bit of predictions there. And like I said, overall, I think I was pretty pleased with it. That first-person game, that something Deathloop, I think it was, that looked really cool. I liked Ratchet and Clank. That racing kind of combat-y thing looked rather interesting. A lot of those third-person games did. No God of War. We had a glimpse of Spider-Man. So, yeah, I knew that was going to be coming. But, yeah, like I said, I'm going to be heading over here shortly to the Theory of a Blind Man show because he invited me over there. So if you want to look him up on YouTube, just look up Theory of a Blind Man. I think we're going to start here fairly shortly. So, yeah, otherwise, I will probably be back either tomorrow or Saturday for, I got to look at the schedule again, but I know this weekend, a lot of the events that were scheduled for last week got delayed to this week and next week, so I will be back for some more live streams of non-E3 2020 soon. So hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thanks for following along. I'll check the chat one last time. It looks like we're good, but thanks for coming in. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you guys in the next stream. I guess I should end with my. You can follow me on Twitter at BGFH79, Mixer.com/BGFH, illegally-cited.com, and of course, this will be archived to YouTube.com/illegally-cited. So we'll chat with you guys in the next one. Later.
Stop recording.